Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to Six in the City. And once again, we have a packed show.
Yes, we do.
Busy time of year still.
Yes, it is. We're going to get right to it. We're going to be talking with Margaret Livingston and David Knack because it is time for recruitment for Leadership Jackson program. And then we're going to talk to Lynn Menendez because the upcoming Brownsville home tour is right around the corner. We're going to find out about that. And then Mary Beth Dunnigan is here because the 11th annual Twilight run in downtown Rendezvous is Thursday, June the 2nd. So you want to stick around to hear all about that because I hear it's going to be a big celebration. And then Pastor Clarence Curry, Pastor Richard Bragg, and Randy Nicholas, missionary, are all here for the special prayer gathering at Old Country Store. It's coming up Thursday, May 26th. So it's just right around the corner. And each pastor is from a different church. So we're going to talk to them. Matt Marshall is here. He's president and CEO of United Way. There's going to be a State of the Child Summit coming up June 3rd. It's on a Friday. It's at the Call Grant Event Center. We're going to learn more about that and talk a little bit about the Unitas event. And then Marie Geiser will be here from RIFA. She is RIFA's community outreach coordinator. So we're going to find out what's going on at RIFA. And then our entertainment today is none other than who, Steve?
Ken Mallard is with us. Ken Mallard and Friends. We just completed a Studio 6 with him, and it was good. He's written, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of songs, maybe thousands in his life. Anyway, so he shares some of his new songs.
Awesome.
So looking forward to that, So we're getting ready to go post-COVID and get everybody back into business.
That's right.
All that's coming up on this Six in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensaver for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
We discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We're going to start recruiting for Leadership Jackson, and we're going to do that with Margaret Livingston and David Knack. Good to have you both with us. And of course, Cassandra Fuller is like president of the Alumni Association, or has been, or something. So
Has been, yeah.
has been. Okay,
yeah.
So
We have a different president now, so that's
all right. So we're
good.
getting ready to go with the new class. So where do we begin? Fuller, you know this program.
Well, David is the chair of the class. Margaret is co-chair of the class. So looking forward to a great class. Going to start recruiting. So guys, if you could talk to us a little bit about what that recruitment is.
Sure. Yeah, it's a great question. And thank you guys so much for having us today.
Sure.
Really appreciate the opportunity to share about such a great program. Of course, Leadership Jackson is one of the oldest leadership development programs in the state of Tennessee. It's sponsored by the Jackson Chamber. And, it's a great place to take kind of the next step in your personal, your professional development. Leadership Jackson is a cohort of 30 people who are ready to take the next step in their leadership journey. They learn professional skills like time management, like conflict resolution, a lot of the kinds of things that they need for the next step professionally for them, but also learn so much about what opportunities are available in Jackson, the things to do, the resources this community has to offer, as well as some of the challenges that exist. We know that education is always something that we're looking to improve. Access to healthcare, issues with crime, the criminal justice system. It's a great way to get immersed with the community leaders who are already working in these areas and are looking for opportunities to improve our community and to really build on the strengths it has.
Now, is this a program can anybody be a part of this program?
So it's a great question. Individuals have to be employed by a chamber member. So that's one prerequisite for being a part of this program. And then we can talk a little bit about the process to become a part of the class. It's 30 spots. And so certainly, not every person who applies will necessarily get in, but there's a nomination that has to be completed on your behalf, ideally by your supervisor, since they've got to let you give you the ability to be away from work for this program. And then there's an application that the individual would complete, followed by an interview process that will whittle down whatever number of applicants we have to the 30 who will make it in this class.
So if I owned my own business and I was my own boss, could I self-nominate?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. And again, just, as long as you're a chamber member, if you're not already a chamber member, that's something that they'd be happy to help with as well.
Margaret, when you're talking to people about the program, Margaret, what do you tell them, or how do you recommend it to them?
I typically mention that Leadership Jackson is a great way to discover what benefits we have in our community, ways that we can give back to our communities, and ways that we can give back to our workplaces. So each session is kind of outlined in two ways. One is there's a leadership development component to each session, and you learn some skills such as conflict resolution, time management, being all in, types of skills that you can immediately take back and implement at your current workplace. And then the other part of each session is really learning about the broader needs of the community. I know for me, it was really just amazing to be able to see what Jackson has to offer that I didn't even know about. And so you see plenty of opportunities, and most important, you see how all of them work together to make our community better.
Where do we get applications, and how does that process initiated?
Sure. So that's a great question. To nominate somebody, you can go to leadershipjackson.com. That is our website. And you'll see just right there at the bottom, a nomination button. Again, your employer would need to be the one to nominate you. And then Lauren Saliba, who is the Jackson Chamber representative, she would send an application to you once you've been nominated. And just like what Cassandra said, you can self-nominate if you're self-employed, or if you're a realtor, something like that, where you are responsible for your own decision-making.
We're about to wrap up time. The deadline is?
The deadline
July 15th.
July 15th.
July 15th. Okay. But go ahead and get that process underway.
If anybody is interested, there's a quarterly luncheon coming up that you can learn all about Leadership Jackson, right?
Yes.
That's right.
We want to invite you to come on June 10th, find you somebody who's an LJ alum, and you can come get lunch, learn more. David and I will be there, and we'll be happy to talk to you about and answer all your questions. June.
So make reservations through the chamber site. Is that right?
That's it.
Okay. It's good to see you both. Appreciate it. Look forward to this class.
Yes.
Having everybody back.
Most definitely.
We'll talk about the home tour coming up in Haywood County. That's next on this Six in the City.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to Have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Welcome back to Six in the City. The historic Haywood Home Tour is coming up June the 4th. It's in its 4th year. Lynn Menendez is with us. Joe Mathern, the late Joe Mathern, was always with us. We miss her, Lynn.
We do.
And we sure do. And she was so instrumental in putting all of this together. But this year you're going to Tabernacle. So there's several things we need to do, I guess. And that is, first of all, well, let's start with the home tour. It's designed to showcase historic homes and places in Haywood County. And the proceeds from this go to what?
They go back to Haywood Heritage Foundation, and we work on preservation, advertising, making people aware of all the treasures we have.
Okay.
We've been a foundation probably for about 6 years.
Okay. And there are many, well, it turned out there were hundreds of thousands of historic sites that were developed and surfaced right in that inventory of Haywood County. So it's quite a historic county in West Tennessee. But Tabernacle is something either you know about or you don't. You know, I don't think there's very much in between there. So what is Tabernacle?
What we tried to do is pick a different area of Brownsville, and actually we had to defer this for 2 years, but we were working on it before COVID hit. Tabernacle is primarily a Methodist campground. It was founded in 1826, and it was back with the religious enlightenment movement in the early 1800s. There's a church, there's a cemetery, and there are cabins or camps where people actually go and stay. It started, as I said, in 1826, and it has not missed a single year since then. It went through all through Civil War, World War I, World War II, COVID.
Oh man,
every year they gather for like 1 week in July, and we'll have over 700 family descendants there for that 1 week.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
It goes back to the time that when you had religious revivals, people camped. They stayed because they had worked. When they took a break from that, they kind of made that up. Well, I guess it was part of their social life and everything else. But since 1826, not a single missed year, even during the war between the states. It was not.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
amazing.
That's perfect attendance. And you say there's some families that have been there every year they're alive, right?
Yes, yes, and they have a lot of baptisms in the small churches there. People announce their weddings, their funerals are held there. It's definitely a center of life for the people who are descendants. It was started by a man named Mr. Taylor. He had 5 brothers, and they all immigrated to this area and bought land and built their church. In fact, one of the houses on the tour was built in 1826, and it started as a log cabin.
Okay. So you'll be able to tour 2 homes that are actually on that site, the Tabernacle itself, familiar yourself, and there'll be dinner on the grounds that day. If you want to get into old time,
dinner on the grounds.
Let's get into old time revival here.
You remember, yeah.
Well, Lynn, how do we go about getting some tickets for this?
Okay, we've got them on our website, haywoodheritage.org, or there are 3 sites around our square that are selling them. 25 Main, which is a hair salon, the Forked Deer, and Coward, Reese, and Sargent.
Okay.
The tickets themselves are $25. If you want lunch, it's an additional 10. We urge people to get them in advance so that we're actually self-catering. Not me, I don't do the food part. No, thank goodness. But
we're talking about home cooking then, Lynn.
Oh, you're right. You can't buy it takeout. I can't do it.
We're talking good food, so we might want to get that extra $10 in there to get some home cooked food for
what
lunch.
will the hours and days of the tour be then?
It's
that one day on
Saturday,
June 4th.
June 10th. June 4th.
Yeah.
And it starts at 10 and it's over at 4. Lunch will be served from 11 to about 1:30.
Okay.
And we encourage people to come and stay as long as they want to. You know, they can probably see everything and eat in a couple of hours. If they want to see a lot more in depth, they're welcome to stay.
So this is just a one-day event that happens on June 4th. Okay. All right.
And we're also dedicating this year to Joe Mathern.
Oh, how
and
nice.
Tom Calorie, who were 2 of our founding members who passed away since we've done one. So,
well, it's
wow.
certainly appropriate.
Well, I'm sure
we appreciate you being with us to talk about this. Do want to remind people, since we're talking about Haywood County, the Exit 56 Blues Fest is this weekend, too.
Right.
Saturday and Sunday, starting at 10 each morning, going until sunset and thereafter.
And there's a Corvette cruise in. I mean,
yeah,
lots of stuff happening in Haywood County.
So
lots of stuff going on.
Get to Haywood County and everything's going on. Well, Liz, good to have you with us. We appreciate the work of the foundation there. and the preservation of those historic and promotion of those historic sites in Haywood County. There are many. There are many. We look forward to future years as well. Good to see you.
Give us that website one more time, Lynn.
HaywoodHeritage.org.
HaywoodHeritage.org. Go ahead and get your tickets now for the event.
Get those lined up for June the 4th. Thanks a lot, Lynn.
Having me on.
Thanks so much.
Talking about the heritage of West Tennessee, we're talking about Ken Mallard and Friends on our main stage here at 6 in the City.
They fight for freedom. They fight for the soul. They stand for God and country. They die to keep it whole. Cry for the children reaching past the moon. Cry for the children. Their time has come too soon. The tanks will not deter them. Their will is strong and bold. The bombs will not be final. Men and women will bear the load. Reaching past the moon. Cry for the children. Their time is come too soon. Cry for the children. Their time is come too soon.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Our clinic is unique because it offers oral surgery suites, general dentistry suites, as well as a fully run operating room. EPlus Broadband has never let me down. The reps that actually gave me their personal phone numbers, they definitely were compassionate. They knew that some of the technical terms they were using I couldn't understand, and they broke them down to me, and I thought this went a long way. Thank you, EPlus Broadband.
Mary Beth Dunnigan is with us, and she's come up with a perfect event for her. It's got racing for you and food for me.
That's right. And it's also got music. So
It's got music as well.
yeah.
We're talking about the 11th annual Heaven's Cradle Twilight Run in downtown Rendezvous that's coming up Thursday, June 2nd. Which I was thinking June, that's weeks away. June is next week.
That's right. Next
week. You know.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Mary Beth, I guess we've got to get ready.
That's right. You got to get ready. Get your running shoes.
So where do you want to start? You want Fuller to talk about the running? You want me to talk about the food?
We can do either.
Well, Fuller, you talk about the run. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, hey, I'm going to let her talk about the run, but I know that it's coming up the 2nd of June. That's Thursday night at 6:30 to 9:30, and it's a 5K and a 1 mile. I think it's 1 mile walk, fun walk. And you guys do have walk up registration, right? So
we do. We do.
So you'll be taking registrations even then up to the night of the race. So
that's right.
Which is good. Now, and the route is downtown, starts at the
All
AMP.
downtown, starts at the AMP and finishes on the other side. So as soon as you get done, you can walk in to the pavilion at the farmers market and get your plate by Baker's Brothers and enjoy some Kimberly Hilton band, and then we'll have our award ceremony around 7:45 usually.
Okay.
So
okay, is it
Right,
so is the award
the run
is
is 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
6:30. Okay.
So is the award ceremony at the AMP or is it at the farmers market under the pavilion?
the award ceremony is at the AMP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you get all
so
this?
we
Make reservations in advance.
Yes, you can. So we encourage you to register for the event beforehand at runsignup.com /Twilight Run 2022. And then register there. It'll be $30. Or you can walk up the day of from 5 to 6:15 under the pavilion at the farmers market. And the cost is $35 if you register the day of.
All right.
See, there you go, Steve.
There's a dinner only voucher, Fuller.
There is.
I know, but you can also, there's a 1 mile walk. I mean, you can do one, and you don't have to run.
See, Mary Beth, I'm trying to get to dinner, Mary Beth, and she's shaking me down for money.
You can even do the 5K walk-in. I mean, you don't have to run the 5K.
You don't have to run the 5K. You can do a walk. It's the 1 mile walk, right, Mary Beth?
That's right.
1 mile.
1 mile walk. Okay.
Mary Beth just says come participate. So
let me get back to the $10 dinner ticket.
Okay. So you can purchase those ahead of time, or you can purchase those the day of as well. Okay. 6:30 is just what time the event kicks off. That's when our 5K people will start running, and then dinner will start at 6:30 as well. So if you're coming for dinner only, we do suggest that you be there and eat at 6:30 so that as our runners finish, they can come in and eat and it's not as crowded.
Okay, very good. So it's dinner only people, 6:30, Full. I'm just going to ignore you and get there at 6:30.
I know.
Yes.
Now, we had great fun with this. Let's talk about Heaven's Cradle and what that means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So Heaven's Cradle is a mission funded the foundation, and our mission is just to take care of bereaved families, parents that go through the loss of a baby. We assist grandparents, parents, siblings, anybody in the family that's impacted by the loss of a baby. That can be at 9 weeks gestation all the way to 40 weeks, and even some SIDS deaths that we've helped. So it was founded by Abby Lackey in memory of her son, Davis, and it's been around for 11 years. So
I really hadn't thought about it until Abby and them started getting into this, that all of our protocols are to celebrate birth, which is a wonderful thing. And not all births are celebratory situations. Sometimes
that's right.
Children stillborn, or that they're going to die soon, and it's known that they are. And so all the protocols of the hospital and everything else are like, okay, we ring the bell and we have all this wonderful stuff to celebrate, and there are other needs for last minute photos or whatever. And so it's been a really important, I think, shift in protocol. It's been very helpful, I think, to people.
Absolutely.
The messages that are put on the signs and everything at this event are just very, very touching, I think.
Yes, we have families that have purchased signs to have their baby's name in memory of their baby's name. And then we'll have posters the night of that the families can make with quotes or their baby's name, whatever they want to do.
And Mary Beth, isn't there like a special celebration of those who have lost?
Yes. Yes. So after the award ceremony, we have our beautiful wrought iron tree that we've had for a few years. And each family can come and get a ribbon off that tree. So it's a very sweet, special time for our families too.
It's a fun night and a very reflective and special night.
Got to get signed up.
An important reminder for all of us how precious this life is. Mary Beth, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mary Beth. We'll see you Thursday.
Shout out to our sponsors. Presenting sponsors are Roberts Jewelers, Julie Couch Interiors, Mid-South Perinatal, and then our course Marshals, West Tennessee Healthcare.
Awesome.
So just wanted to say thanks to them for helping us with the event.
All right.
We're going to go to the main stage, and we welcome
Thanks,
once again
Mary
our
Beth.
friend Ken Mallard and Friends.
Do we help our fellow man? Yes, we do. Hold his hand, taking time to understand. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time to love somebody. Now's the time. Give your neighbor a little time. Now's the time. Now's the time. Come on, people, hear my prayer. Tell the world, don't ask why. Take your place and let it fly. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time to love somebody. Now's the time. Give your neighbor a little time. Now's the 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 time to love somebody. Now's the time. He's your neighbor and he's mine. Now's the time. Now's the time.
With EPlus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill balance, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/text alerts for more information.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Well, when you group together, I don't know, sometimes you call it a flock, sometimes it's a gaggle, sometimes it's a herd,
Yep.
whatever. We got 3 pastors all here at the same time.
Not sure what you call that.
Yeah, I don't know what you call a trio, I guess.
Yeah.
Pastoral trio that we got with us. Randy Nichols is with us. Richard Bragg is with us, and Clarence Curry with us. Good to have all of you here. The Supreme Court, the leaked memo of the Supreme Court has opened up the possibility, at least it's speculated, that there may be an overturning of Roe v. Wade. And states are preparing laws in different directions. It depends on the state. Trigger laws, they call this, in case the Supreme Court does make a decision. These gentlemen are part of a group that have been working in the pro-life movement in this area for a long time. And they have a special gathering that's coming up Thursday of this week. That'll be the 26th at 10 a.m. at the Old Country Store. So what is going to be happening Thursday?
Pastor Curry, you'd like to speak to that?
What's going to happen Thursday? Birth Choice is going to be there with us, and we're going to have our prayer circle there, and we're just going to talk about and let the community know that we're just going to pray that everything be overthrown when it comes to Roe versus Wade.
Okay. So who are you wanting to gather then, pastors?
Pastors, local leaders, or whoever want to come, feel free to come, because we'll be there for discussions too.
Okay. This will be Thursday at the Old Country Store there in the Casey Jones Village at 10 o'clock Thursday morning. The gathering will be out front or inside the?
Inside. Mike Roby have made a reserved spot in there for us.
Okay. So I guess you'll guide people in. What is your anticipation, I guess, gentlemen, as far as this is this law, or well, a Supreme Court decision that has guided, I guess, this process over the last several decades, and Birth Choice and others have been working to try to protect life or encourage life for mothers to carry babies to term, or to hopefully raise the babies, or provide adoption alternatives for them or whatever. So I know y'all been involved in all this for a while.
Right. Yeah, we're hopeful. It's been a long time coming, but for the first time in a long time, there's actually what appears to be light at the end of the tunnel, that some positive direction is taking shape here.
So what do you want to see happen then?
Well, Steve, I'll speak to that a little bit. My hope is that it will be overturned, and that the states will have the opportunity to enact laws that best suit their circumstances and the people of that particular state. And I hope on the near term that people can have civilized discussion about it, rather than, it seems like our society has become more combative, and it seems like we're always looking for something to protest about. And protest is probably okay as long as we can do it with a spirit of love and respect. And I fear that some of that has slipped away maybe from our society in certain places.
It's certainly been a point, and will continue. One thing that's already happening is that as states prepare what are called trigger laws, there are varying interpretations of what this means or should mean. Should there be exceptions built into because of certain circumstances in a mother's life or whatever? Some are saying absolutely not, under any circumstances should there be an exception. And so it's an interesting discussion that's already developing. It's varying from state to state out here. So I guess that's one of the reasons we have states. There will not be a uniformity of opinion about this. And some states are taking a strong position to try to protect abortion rights. And so they're going a completely different direction. I know that Birth Choice is out there, whatever, and has been. And the work is trying to affirm the fact that there's a child here that's being carried uniquely inside someone else, but this is a child, and we want to know that and try to protect that child and bring that child to life if we can, or continue its life if we can. So what happens Thursday? The prayer, is there follow-up to this, or is this an organizational effort, or is it just a gathering together of people to pray?
Well, Pastor Curry invited us to come into what was called the prayer group, and every Thursday we organize going to a different place in the community, different businesses, and we have prayer for people that are there in that business with what they do, and for the city and for our leaders. And we're gathering at Old Country Store this coming Thursday for that purpose. And it's really just to pray and seek God's will and ask for God's blessings and directions on these very important decisions that are being made.
Okay.
If there are pro-lifers in the community, are they invited to attend as well?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from my perspective, I've been a part of the prayer group for a while now. One of the things that we would like to accomplish as a religious community and people who are concerned about important topics is that we have an open forum for people to gather together and pray across denominational lines, across religious traditions, and show more of a unified front of how that we can step out and show support for our communities and other nonprofits and institutions.
All right.
Okay. Well, Jim, we appreciate you being with us today.
Yes.
And to get all three together, I know is not easily done. We appreciate you making that effort to be with us. That's Thursday morning, Thursday the 26th, 10 o'clock at the Old Country Store there in the Casey Jones Village. Thanks. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you guys for being here.
When we come back, we're going to be talking to Matt Marshall about children and another aspect of this existence. And that's coming up as we continue Six in the City.
Join us to celebrate Jackson and Madison County's 200th year anniversary. To view bicentennial events, visit jacksonmadison200.com.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million. But it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA Today.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Matt Marshall is with us. He's president of the United Way, and we've got several things. One, it was good to see you yesterday, the reopening of the Jackson Boxing Club, which is an exciting thing, man.
That is.
Yeah, so excited for that. And again, so thankful to the mayor's office and the city council for getting behind that and allowing us to continue in the legacy of Coach Rayford Collins, who's meant so much to the community.
It's on O'Neill Street where it was back in the 1970s. So that's a 50+ year history and more with. And the ring there was right one of Rayford Collins's rings that goes back decades, I think.
Decades, yeah.
That's really exciting. And you were
years.
instrumental in the mitigation project, very instrumental in helping get funding for that. And OB Beer is going to be running that. So it's really exciting. So check into the Jackson Boxing Club on O'Neill Street. That's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, no.
All right, but we're here to talk about children.
That's right. Absolutely.
There's a report out, the Kids Count survey of activities and everything else in Tennessee and data that's out. And you've been concerned about what that data is indicating for Madison County. I'd like for you to share some of the data and then what we're going to start trying to do about it. It's already being done, but we got a special event coming up. So, Matt, what did you see in that that stood out to you in the report from the state of Tennessee about children in Madison County?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, it's the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth State of the Child report, and they release it every single year, and it covers a number of, well, it covers every single county in the state of Tennessee. And this year, really should be kind of a gut punch, speaking about boxing to all of us, because this year's report revealed that Madison County was ranked 95th out of 95 counties in our state, which is definitely not where we want to be. And so there's some grave concerns around that. But at the same time, I hope that it will serve, really as a catalyst and a wake-up call for us in our community.
What are some of the areas that we wound up last in the state of Tennessee?
Yeah, so we have the highest suspension rate. Our school system has the highest suspension rate in the entire state. We have some significant issues. We have the highest divorce rate in the state of Tennessee, so we have issues around that. We have some key concerns in areas of reading and math attainment for our 3rd to 8th graders. And so there's a number of areas that really jump out. So yeah, big concerns.
Well, you've got an event coming up that we want people to know about. It's going to be the Carl Grant Event Center. It's going to be June 3rd. It's going to be a full day from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. What's going to happen?
Yeah, so that is going to be our State of the Child Summit. And so immediately after seeing these results, I spoke with one of my staff members and a representative of the city, so Lauren Kirk and Olivia Abernathy. And we just kind of discussed the need for our community to have a response to this, and how could we kind of get people in the room together to have this conversation. And so that's what's happening on June 3rd at the Carl Grant Event Center at Union University. It's from 9 to 3. And we want all community leaders there, so elected officials, city councilmen, county commissioners, school board members across the gamut. We want leaders from every different area as well, so that we can get in the room and discuss how can we create substantial change and really begin to change this trajectory.
Is this open invitation, or do you need to make a reservation to be at this?
Yeah, we ask that everybody make a reservation via our Eventbrite. And so they can do that by going on United Way's Facebook page. You can also go on Eventbrite and search for the event that way. And so you can find that information. It's all over Facebook. But we want people to come and be a part of it. It's free. We're going to have lunch. There'll be some breakfast and stuff too. And we're going to be there for most of the day. And we'll have panelists of practitioners from all across our community. We'll have some good speakers. Richard Kennedy, the executive director of the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth, will be there himself to kick off the day. And so again, we just want to really invigorate our community to let's push things in the right direction. Okay.
Let's get registered for that June 3rd Carl Grant Event Center from 9 till 3. Before you get away, we do want people to know that Unitas is going to happen and is coming up in August the 18th.
That's right.
Okay,
so follows again very well with our boxing theme. George Foreman will be our guest speaker.
Okay.
We had to hold off last fall, but we're back, and we're really looking forward to August 18th.
Awesome.
Matt, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Appreciate this initiative very much. We're going back to the main stage. Once again, we welcome Ken Mallard and Friends.
If I'm gonna see you, baby, in my dreams, you better dress up nice for that limousine. Just roll on in like a midnight river queen. Don't worry about the weather when you come. It'll be okay if the moon is full of rum. In New Orleans you can hear the music hum. Yodel lady, yo. Do you still have that dress with the skimpy lace? One that's cut too low but in your face. Can't nobody move like you do in this place. Maybe you can bring along the saxophone. Behind the shed is a hound dog and a bone. There's a a freight train on the line coming on. Yodel lady, yo. Maybe we can make a show by the riverside. Cast our net to the brush, watch the water divide. Plug that PV in, let the reverb slide. It's always good to see you in my dream. You're getting better with time, that's what I mean. So just roll on in like a midnight river queen. Yodel lady, yo. Just roll on in like a midnight river queen.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
Know the source. Heating and air conditioning costs are 55% of the average home utility bill. Next, 21% of the bill, heating hot water. 12% major appliances from the kitchen to the laundry. 8% of your cost is lighting, and 4% your electronics, from computers to television. When you move your lifestyle to lower your utility bill, know the ratios and make the changes that save you the most at JEA today.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Marie Geiser is with us. She's making her first appearance on the show, representing the Regional Interfaith Association, RIFA. And she's been with RIFA and does other work, social work, and community outreach, and all kinds of other things. But she's handling the media responsibilities today. So we're glad to have you with us, Marie.
Yes, welcome, Marie.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, I know, the work never ends at RIFA. It just shifts. We've gone from snack backpack now. We're out of school, but we're going to be rolling food through neighborhoods, I guess, all summer long, right?
Yeah, that's right. We're just about to kick off the Bus Stop Cafe. It's a converted school bus that serves lunches to children under 18 years old. We're going to run to 7 neighborhoods this summer. And serve lunch. So we're excited about it.
That will start when?
It's going to start May 31st and it will end August 5th when the kids go back to school.
The neighborhoods are selected, I guess, to coincide with the schools that get the snack backpack. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. We tried to select neighborhoods that are traditionally low income neighborhoods. So we see a lot of kids there with a high need.
Okay.
Now, Marie, do you need volunteers for this Bus Stop Cafe?
Yes, we do. We've got it mostly filled, but we need a volunteer every day. And I think we've got 18 spots left open. So if anyone's interested, you can call RIFA and ask for Dan Ward. He can get you on the schedule.
Okay. All right. What's that number?
It's 731-427-7963.
7963. That starts on the 3rd. And that will run, I guess, until school starts back then in August.
Yeah, the kids will
back
go
a little
back
bit later this year. I think they're starting a week or two in August rather than the beginning.
Yeah, I think they go back to school August 8th. So we'll run up until that Friday, August 5th beforehand.
Well, I know Fuller's already mentioned construction that's coming up.
I know, I saw my email come through from Sean that they're getting teams together, so construction's right around the corner.
It is, yeah, that'll be in September.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it still open for, I guess it's open for team entries, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So if I've got a team or would like to put one together, maybe a school group, Sunday school group, and maybe a business industry, what do I do?
You would also call RIFA and ask for Sean Powers.
Okay. And that one is 427-7963.
Yes, same number.
What's the deadline to get into construction?
I don't know, actually.
Well, you've done this. Is there a firm deadline, or if you're willing to build it, get on down here, right?
The deadline for entry is August the 19th, and I'm only reading this off my email that Sean just sent. I mean, I just got it today. The build out at the Civic Center is September the 27th, and the awards dinner is September the 29th. So they're getting team packets together. So anybody who's interested in having a team, or even just finding out about construction, if nobody knows about it, then Sean will definitely fill you in on all the details and sign you up as a team. Because anybody can have a team, right?
That's right.
It's a
Yes.
design competition, but it's also a huge fundraiser for RIFA.
It is.
Marie, I guess also you use volunteers all the time, right? I know because you've expanded. There's been a significant expansion now in the facility there. Building.
Yeah, we've expanded out the warehouse space, thrift store. We're getting some new offices. So we are always in need of volunteers in the soup kitchen, the warehouse, the thrift store, the office, just everywhere. We love our volunteers and we rely on them.
Is the thrift store expansion complete?
No, they're still working on it. They've got the drywall complete. So I think it's just a matter of getting the ceiling and the floor in and then moving stuff in there.
Moving stuff in. Well, that's exciting news. I'm excited to see the new thrift store and see what's going to be.
I know you participate in the bidding. Now, I haven't done this online bidding. So how do people do that?
I do. Well, they just, I'm sure Marie can tell us a little bit more about it, but I just hop onto Facebook and join that auction group and just watch as all the items are getting posted. And if I find something on there I like, I'm going to put a bid on it. So, and the auctions go from week long.
Okay.
I think you have from a Monday to a Sunday night. I think that's right, Marie.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have it to make your
So
bid.
you find that on Facebook at RIFA's on Facebook?
RIFA auction group.
RIFA auction. Okay.
Yeah.
So look that up on Facebook. And so you start bidding on Monday or look at the item all week long.
Yeah, you can, but then you've got all week for bids to build. So by Sunday, I think it's like 9 or 9:30 p.m. on Sunday. You gotta be there. And
all right, now what's the technique, Fuller? Is it better not to bid and just wait till the very end and then slap it in right there at the
well,
end,
if it's something you really, really want, you gotta wait till Sunday.
or is the idea of bid so high, nobody else will even come close?
You could do that too, because the money goes to a great cause.
Great cause, right, Marie?
Exactly.
Marie, it's good to have you with us.
It is, Marie.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you.
We appreciate all the work, all the hard work that goes on at RIFA every day. Regional Interfaith Association, the Soup Kitchen, everything else, and the food bank they are for West Tennessee. We're going to be back with more as we continue. Thanks, Marie. Six in the City.
Hey, have you heard about 4 Minute City? Do you know what it is?
Our city has over 100 sudden cardiac arrests every year.
That's why the 4 Minute City program was created.
By placing easy-to-use defibrillators in homes and businesses throughout Jackson, we can save lives.
This is not some hypothetical. This is real.
But it's up to us. Want to do something good?
Come on, Jackson. Get involved.
You just might save my life.
And I might save yours.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
I give.
I give.
Yo dono sangre.
And I give too. If you're eligible, so should you. Donating blood is safe, easy, and in less than an hour, you can save up to 3 lives. If you've donated with us before, thank you. We can't wait to see you again. If If you've never done it, now's your time. Give blood with Lifeline Blood Services today.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We want to remind everyone we got a March for Jesus coming up June the 4th.
Yes.
It's been added to our list out there. Prayer breakfast is going to be repeated here at EPlus TV6, and we got Major League Baseball. I saw they had a game.
Monday.
Monday's a holiday. That's right.
Monday's
JA
holiday.
offices will
Our
be closed on
offices will
Monday.
be closed. That's right.
We have memorial observances at Ridgecrest Cemetery on the 9th. At 9 o'clock on Saturday, the 28th. And then at the Ebenezer Church at 11 o'clock, actually on Memorial Day, the 30th. And there are other observances that are going on.
That's right. And part of our Jackson Madison 200 celebration, they're going to be excavating the time capsule that was buried in 1972. It's coming up on Wednesday, June the 1st. It's at 2 o'clock. It's at Muse Park, the pavilion by the pond.
Okay.
So that should be interesting. They're going to excavate it, and then they'll open it at an offsite location where they can document and
preserve
all the contents of it. And I think
I'm
they're
sure
going
there
to
was listed one time, but they don't seem to know what's in it.
I know, it's crazy.
We'll be putting one at the Y, right? And that's coming on Saturday,
Yes.
the 13th of August.
Yes.
And the new one will go on the ground to be, I guess, lifted 50 years from now, right?
Yeah. And once they get everything documented and preserved, then they're going to be on display at City Hall at a later date. So
it's kind of
we'll
exciting.
be able to see it. So some interesting things coming up. So don't forget.
The choir's rehearsing, and if you want to join that, just jacksonmadison200.com. The application there, which is just contact information. You don't have to audition.
That's right.
So you'll be part of the choir. They'll do that the 12th, and then the 13th we'll wrap it up with a parade and the burial of the time capsule, and then the concert that night on the 13th.
Concert. That's right.
Thanks to all of our guests for being with us. And Fuller, it's always good to see you.
Always good to be here and see you.
And we're going to close this out with Ken Mallard and Friends. And good Lord willing, we'll see you next week for more Six in the City.
There she stands, early morning, the sun sifting through her hair, her eyes sparkle like diamonds by the river in the mountain air. There he is, hands like leather, by the cabin he made, a strong and loving provider, by the river through the glade. The mountains are calling, come be part of me. Everyone is welcome by the river flowing free. There they are, all the children together into the night, around the campfire burning, by the river flowing out of sight.